Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 29-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally down at the 41-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, and you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day. King. 57. Go. Be a long day for you. Mike's 57's Mike. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 57's the Mike.
From the 45 on second down, Mayfield. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. Trying to get it to Landry there. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
He'll try to run this one in, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's
Yo.
Tucker now to kick it
away. Smiley out, you know. Oh.
This is fielded at the goal line.
Yeah, you'll have to act up, but I ain't gonna lie. Just text his phone, bro, and go from there. Ah. I'm straight, bro. I'm straight. I know what to gamble on and what not to gamble on.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening
Just
touchdown. So
NJ
now
invite.
7-0
I
to
just
score
want to
as
make
they
sure
start first
Homeboy
and
know the
10.
rule. That's
Steps away to his left.
Jay.
And he's got the hook up to Landry. That'll move the sticks for the Browns.
Yeah,
A gain
that's
of
what
12.
that's what I'm playing
Maybe
on
that'll
now.
help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
The Browns.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of the game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here.
That's going to go as a loss of 1
I'm
on
gonna beat
first
that.
down.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember? Yeah, that
Cody
one
said he want to play
big-time
his
play was
game,
on
so I don't know,
highlights
bro.
everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the
Yeah, that's how I was
NFL.
looking.
Hey, Team 6. Team 6.
Yeah.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. Flushed out right. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. 28 yards the game.
Yo.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Run. Mike 52. Smooth.
Now on 2nd and 13. Mayfield into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Under 10.
They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give him 17 on that pickup.
Here we go.
Pretty effective opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the touchdown run earlier, and if he pops more of these 10 to 20-yard carries, could be a long game.
Yeah, those types of explosive runs wear down a defense. I think they need to add more people to the box, closer to the line of scrimmage, force them to throw the football, and see if they can slow them down that way.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. As the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Ravens 14. Browns nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Choose the mic. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
They run again on first down. Chubb slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Like it. 180. Pistol. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Got one. Hey, wahoo. So we got man. Mike.
From the gun, Mayfield. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off at the 28, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Alert, alert. You got 3. Alert. 57 to Mike. Hey, Delta. Hey, alert 33. 57. All day, baby. 57.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Exit. Hey, Haywood. Check back 11.
A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Hey, 7.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 44. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That second down play nets a -4. Well, he can be a load to handle off the edge, and he can do it against the pass. Sure, he can do it against the run like he did there.
And you mentioned a load. How about having to adjust to his speed as well? Because not only does he bring some pop, he brings some dash as well. A nice play in that situation.
This time, Jackson will throw it. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Mack Wilson in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Flush to his right. It's complete to Grant. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
Every play is supposed to get a player's best effort. But on 4th down, that really increases the stakes, doesn't it? What about that catch?
Heck of an effort picking up the first.
And now that team has to be motivated going forward. They just saw a great effort there. They want to make sure it pays off.
On 1st down, Akers. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
This will be caught by Brown. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Here we go on 4th down. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Marquise Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Check my alpha.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Mayfield. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going. It's Mayfield being chased out left. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Mayfield now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Tight right. 3 down. Hey, Zoo. Hey, check Mike 11, check Mike 11. Watch the flood, watch the flood, watch the flood.
Mayfield. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing him.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey. You got 3 down.
Jackson now. Going to throw again. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. An even 90 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Typically down to the first half, I might say, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this will be taken about the 12. And a good effort on the return there gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive
blitz coming, and down he goes. Jason McCourty, a safety blitz and a sack. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Now a pass hauled in downfield, and he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. A big play that time for the Ravens. 63 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
Let's get it.
take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to pour it on. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there, because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right up.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
The Browns drive about to get started. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was trying to go back to Beckham there. Third down here.
Hey, alert 33. Get that ball. Hey, my God.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Check Mike 11, check Mike 11.
On first and 10, Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
Hey, check Mike 11, check Mike 11. I got you. I got you.
Throwing on second and long. Mayfield looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Hurry!
Third and long for Mayfield. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a fourth down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. Now Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. They'll run on first down. Dobbins. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
At the Browns' 39-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down.
It's now fourth down.
This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on fourth down? They'll go for it. They'll try and run for it. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or two. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And this Browns defense stands tall. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
King.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. An opening for Chubb on 1st down as he dashes forward for about 7. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Let him know.
They run it again with Chubb. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Following the penalty, Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each...
This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Here we go, D. Here I come.
They begin this drive with Chubb. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And again, it's Chubb. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The Browns on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there, 22. 1st down, Mayfield. He's such a good route runner. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
On second down now, Akers, and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a home.
On 3rd down, it's Gibson. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And they finally get to him, but not before he's past the 45 to the 46-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Judon picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. One last shot from Mayfield here. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. A big offensive